Visionary leaders build a life and business legacy on purpose through mindset, branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team so they can make an amazing impact and income and positively affect their communities worldwide. Ensure that you are sharing this show, you're subscribing, and you also are leaving us a review so we can create more amazing content around those areas to help you level up to the next level and also bring amazing guest experts that can share their knowledge and expertise with you so that you can create amazing legacy. All right, welcome back to the show, Purpose Driven Visionary Leaders. Today I'm back with you with another amazing guest and conversation. Today we're going to learn about the four-step framework to achieving any goal that we desire. We're all achievers in this audience. We're always moving forward the next project that we feel is aligning with our vision, mission, and the direction where we want to go in the world. So I have Vash Tomanec today with me, and he's going to share with us a little bit more regarding the secret or the work that he does on a daily basis with others in the attempt to serve you guys today with the information that he will share with us. Welcome to the show, Vash.
Thank you, Elona, for having me.
It is such an absolute pleasure. And let's tell the audience where is it that you are based, because this is a truly global audience.
Yeah, so I'm from the Czech Republic, which is in the middle of Europe, and I'm 25 years old. I'm an entrepreneur that is now running 3 businesses. And to just give bit context, 3 years ago, I was still delivering food for Uber Eats. So it was quite a journey, past 3 years.
My God, from an Uber driver to an entrepreneur to a couple of businesses, that's a story for the media. I'm just there. I love it. Czech Republic. I also share that I'm natively Albanian, based out of New York, but yeah, I just wake up in now every day that we get to do this work and really, have a truly global impact with people and reach different audiences and share our message in this way. So I think it's really, really powerful. So Vash, tell me a little bit about your background. So what led you to the work you're doing now? Give me a few of the most, I guess, meaningful points in your journey that led you to the four-step framework that you love to help
Yes.
people with.
Yeah, so it started, as I said, 3 years ago. I started my first business, which is marketing agency based on performance. So Facebook, Google, Instagram ads for e-commerce stores in United States and Canada. And basically after 18 months, I scaled this business to $1 million, which was pretty quick. And a lot of people started asking me, how did you do it? Can you help me with that? And that's when I started coaching people, just giving them advice. But what I realized that I'm not giving them some tactics, that they are missing some scripts, that they don't know how to hire. Usually that wasn't the case. It was usually the mindset part. Usually they didn't have a plan, they didn't have a vision, they were stressed out, overworked, all of these things. So I started coaching people, and fast forward today, I coach over 1,000 entrepreneurs. And then along the way, I set up a software company that is helping marketing agency to track better their performance with their clients. So that's in a nutshell my 3-year journey.
Wow, I love that. And I love that you stayed curious around what is the base problem, the fundamental problem, and you kind of stayed with that. And I find that that's really powerful because, you could teach many things. We all have experience in different areas, but to really truly make an impact and create a transformation for people, it has to be sustainable. So whatever that means for each one of us based on our experience, calling, or gifts, or all of that combined together, I think it's really, really powerful that you do that. But I think you have the best of both worlds because you also know how to market, which is what I say is another thing that a lot of entrepreneurs it's a good thing to learn, right? Because your mission, your vision, unless you also are a really good marketer and understand how to do that, they should always be aligned, right? And I think you kind of have that package and background. So it's really, really cool. So start us off, Vash, with your four-step framework. Where is it that people start with that? What are some issues or problems that you see that you kind of tapped into? And then take us through sort of how do you specifically work with them while giving us some good tips that you feel will serve the
Mhm.
audience today. And yeah, we can go from there.
Yes. Yeah, so I discovered or created this framework as I started achieving goals, whether it was in business, in health or fitness, even in relationships. So I want to make it extremely practical for the listeners. So this is just four-step framework you can use anytime you set a new goal for yourself. So the first step that everybody needs is what I call the vision. If you don't know where you're going, you can't get there. Many people have very vague vision. They say, I want to grow my business. What does it mean by
Oh,
1%,
Vash,
10%?
maybe we have some internet.
Oh,
Um,
you do?
oh, there we go. You're back now. You
Sounds
you
good.
were
Sounds
at Vision. You were at Vision. I will. Yeah. So let's take it from there. I love that.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So, as I said, a lot of people have vague vision. They might say, I want to grow my business. But what does it mean by 1%, 10%? You want to double your business or they want to get in a shape. What does it mean? So, having a clear vision is step number one. And not some vision that they read on Instagram or in newspaper. It's really like something that is meaningful to us. What do we truly want is the question I ask my students. And then the second step is you need to know why you want it. Because a lot of people have goals,
Hmm.
but they don't have a meaningful why they actually want it. And I tell people on the way towards your goals, you will always encounter obstacles. And if you have a small reason why you're doing it or none, you will give up. You will quit. You will make excuses. But if your why is strong, no matter how big is the obstacle, you will just find a way around it, underneath it. You will jump over it. You will go through whatever it takes. So, really thinking about what is the reason why. For some, it could be family. For some, it could be they just want to experience life to the fullest. Whatever it is, it's very personal. Then, step number three is you need to have some action plan. You need to do something actively towards your vision because a lot of people have goals, but then don't move actively towards it. And I use something called 90-day challenge. So I ask myself, what could I do every day for the next 90 days that would get me closer to my vision? So when I started, it were just three things. I will send 10 personalized videos to potential customers. That's how I would acquire new business. I would learn sales every day for 2 hours to get better at selling and communication. And lastly, I would use visualization. That's to me incredible tool. So I would visualize every day that the goal is already achieved. What happened? In 90 days, I achieved a goal. Then I use it to my fitness. I achieved a goal. So this is a step number three. Just three actions you can do every day towards your goal or towards your vision. And last step, step number four, most critical one, is who do you need to become to get to your goal?
Mhm.
And this is so important because I know myself is that the guy delivering Uber Eats would never achieve the goals I've achieved. I had to literally become somebody else. I had to change, I simplified three things. I had to change my behaviors. So I was procrastinating, I wasn't doing much towards my goal. So I had to change that. I had to change my thoughts was the second thing because my thoughts were like, you can't do it, you are not good enough. What if you want to achieve your goals? What if they tell you no? These thoughts. And lastly, were my feelings. So I would feel scared. I would feel I'm not confident. I would feel not good enough. And once I changed these three things to align with the future self, we can say, the achievement of the goal became easy. And this is a four-step framework that anybody can use to achieve any goal. Because if you are now, let's say, out of the shape you want to be, the person sitting and listening this podcast is not going to get the results. You again need to change certain things, how you think, how you feel, and how you behave. And this is the four-step framework.
I love it. I love that you broke that down because we always hear about become the better version of yourself or you have to transform in the journey. But I don't think anybody ever breaks it down to what that really means. It's like, what does that mean? Like, do I just sit here and visualize the better version of myself, which is
Yeah.
great for the vision part at the beginning, right? but also identifying what are some of the behaviors in your day
Hmm.
to day that are stopping you from the achievement of that vision, right? And these are some things that we can all control, because when something seems too big, it's too much in the future. I find that with vision casting as well in my work, and having like a long term outlook in life in general, so
Hmm.
that we can build the life that we want to create. For a lot of people, that's kind of hard to kind of connect the dots towards, because it's just like too far out there in the future. And it's like, I don't even know where to start, right? So I
Yeah.
love that you focus people. I think focus is powerful. I have
Hmm.
also realized in my work, these are fundamentals. Focus is very powerful. So start with one or two or three things that you can focus on. Because as you probably know, and I'm sure I would love to hear your perspective on it, you cannot focus on a million things. Your energy is diluted and you're just going to be not making progress in anything. So keeping your focus, maybe even for the month, where you just focus
Hmm.
one new behavior or two new habits or three new habits. And that's what I always share. That's it's working. You are working on purpose. Even if all the other things are not happening around you, you know that those one or two things are the most important ones to connect you to the bigger vision and the alignment. What are your thoughts around that?
Million percent. Because I tell people you can achieve anything in life, but you can't do everything at once, you know? So almost like you can develop any habit, but if you, as most people, when New Year comes and they start setting 55 new habits that they will change everything, after 2 weeks you burn out because your brain is using so much energy to develop these new habits. So one, two, three is the maximum, I would say, and because it creates what I call the upward spiral. So let's say your one habit is waking up on time early. Okay, you wake up early in the morning, you already feel encouraged. Oh, I woke up on time. Then maybe you go exercise, because you want exercise, you are easier to be nice to your team. As a result, you grow the business faster. You also feel more encouraged to do more for the business. And as a result, just from the one, two, three good habits, you find yourself doing more of the good behaviors, being the good leader you want to be. And so sometimes people get excited, I want to change everything, but that usually leads to failure. That's not sustainable. That's why I tell people just one, two, three max, and make it a priority and just give it your all. And I guarantee when it become habit, it will be automatic and it will almost be effortless to do it next time.
That's it. That's the power of multiplication, right? And you see it manifest in all the other areas of your life. So unintentionally, you have byproduct yourself to kind of have other things happening around you. So
Exactly.
it's working smart. It's kind of what I always say. And I'm always interested in doing that, because we're saving time, right? Time is never a commodity that we can get back. So if you can be more intentional with what you're doing, I'm always listening for that. So, and I'm sure the audience appreciates that, because again, it's our human need. We always want things
Mhm.
fast. We want things to,
Mhm.
to do less, but to get more, a bigger ROI,
Mhm.
right? We think ROI here all the time. Return on our investment. So, what is this action going to give me, right? But again, once you understand the depth of it, and once you connect it to the bigger vision, I think you make amazing decisions that way, because a lot of us here are decision makers, right? So we need to understand how to connect the dots between that. Vash, I would love to hear. You obviously a very successful entrepreneur, and you just mentioned it, from Uber driver to running a couple of businesses. Now back to this topic. How do you do that? How do you do it all? How do you manage multiple businesses? You're only one person.
Yes, so if I didn't have my
Let's see.
yeah, if I didn't have my amazing team, I would barely could run one business at very low scale. So knowing which people to hire, I give it a lot of importance. Knowing how to nurture them. But usually people ask me, but I can't find good people. I tell them very likely you are not good a leader to follow. That's
Mm.
the fact, because if you're a great leader, people want to follow you. People just want to join your organization. So that's why I tell people leadership starts with you. If you can't lead yourself, you're snoozing your alarm clock, you're eating food you don't value, you're skipping the things you said you're going to do, you can't even lead yourself. How can we can expect others to follow us? So that's the first thing is people. Second is delegation, because a lot of leaders have people, but they are afraid to delegate because their core belief is nobody can do it better than me.
Yeah.
And it's great for the ego. The belief is amazing for the ego. Nobody can do it better than me. But if you want to have organization with multiple people that is working efficiently, then this belief is slowing us down. So I really ask myself which tasks somebody can do better than me. For example, coaching, I will never delegate that. Coaching my students, that's something I always bring so much value than I believe than anybody else. But doing accounting, acquiring new customers, running ads, that's not something I am truly best at. It's not something that somebody else cannot do it better. So, second point is delegation, really learning to delegate the tasks that we don't bring any value or any additional value.
Yeah.
And lastly, it's really prioritizations, meaning from 7 a.m. when I start my work till lunch, I don't have my phone with me. I didn't open my emails. I didn't open any social platform. I didn't open my Slack where I communicated with my team. So from 7 till 12, I have 5 hours of uninterrupted time. And I guarantee you that in those 5 hours, I can do more than most people in a whole week because they're jumping from one task to another. They're
Yeah.
distracted. They're being consistently disturbed. So that's how I'm maximizing my time and I'm able to run 3 companies at the same time.
There you go. That's the secret. It takes a dream, it takes a team to build a dream, absolutely, and then implementing systems. But knowing where you are really good at in the process of moving away from
Mm,
solopreneurship into entrepreneurship is really important as well. At the beginning, you might need to be the one that does it all and has all the
mhm,
hands on everything, but eventually that should be the plan and the vision of the business to start implementing systems and hiring a team because I mean, why not? We're all corporate builders here. At least I attract a lot of visionary leaders, people that are
mhm,
always looking to expand, always looking to grow. So I love how you've connected the mindset part and also the leadership part with how you're also operating and the way you think as a leader. And I totally agree. If you want to feed your ego, get a hobby, do
mhm,
something else. Don't stay in business because you are just always chokeholding the business if with you letting keeping control out of everything. There is amazing talent in the world. There's amazing people that are born to do the things that you don't love to do, and thank God for that,
mhm.
so that you
Yes.
can stay in your area of genius. But looking at things as an investment, a lot of times for my audience of entrepreneurs, we had to learn this the hard way. Looking at things as an investment. Your team is an investment. Everything is an investment, giving you back a huge ROI with everything, more time back, saving you money, making you more profit so that you can reinvest it back and do all the other things that you really feel pulled to do. So just the cycle keeps on growing. Well, Vash, we could just continue with our conversation. There's so much alignment we have. So I want to thank you for everything that you have shared with us today. And as we wrap up our show, I would love for you to share with us a final message from your school of life that you have learned for our audience of entrepreneurs and business leaders? And also, where is it that people can continue the conversation with
Mhm.
you today?
Yeah, so my message to everyone is this. I believe that 99% of the time you will spend on the journey towards your destination, towards your goal. So let's enjoy the journey. Let's not sacrifice the 3 months, 6 months, 3 years, a decade to finally arrive somewhere to celebrate. Let's enjoy every step of the journey because life is a journey. And where can people find me is you can go to mindtrepreneur.com, which is just mindset and entrepreneur together. And if you have any question, you can find me on Instagram as Vash Tomanec, or you can find me on YouTube as Vash Tomanec. and this would be the best places to find me.
All right, definitely check out Vash and all his amazing work. There's so much value he brings to the table just from this interview. I could tell. Thank you so much, Vash. I wish you great luck on your success and on the mission that you really are here to fulfill in the world. And there you have it. I will see you with another interview and another guest. Bye for now, everybody.
Thank you, Elena. Bye bye.
Love to offer you a free high level strategy call where I would love to hold the space and really connect the dots for you in your life and business alignment from branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team, and really have you walk away with insight on what you might be missing and what are the gaps you are currently experiencing in your business between where you are and what you're trying to achieve so that you can get more income and make more impact with the work that you are doing in the world. Let me know if you'd like to connect, and I'll be more than happy to have a call and a beautiful conversation together to see if we can support you further with your goals.